Alright, we're going to talk about the diamond formation. This is my favourite formation because it replicates a lot of things for future formations and also makes the best use of space. And we're learning more about actual positions now. So we have our defensive players, our strikers, our two wide players. Okay, obviously we're missing central players, but it's hard to replicate that in this many players at this age level. So I think this is the best formation to use because it has those different areas. We have the wide midfielders for a few later, wide midfielders stroke fullbacks. You have our centre backs or defensive midfielders or even centre midfielders, and then you have your strikers. Okay, so you have different positions that you're building into place. They can develop a little bit easier into future formations. Also, it creates a lot of space. You make the pitch massive. I mean, you do this by vacating the middle areas. The big middle area is missing everybody, so that's not always the best. But you vacate that area and you create more space everywhere else. All right, so like from goal kicks, you pull wide to create loads of space, and then we have 4 passing options. So a key thing with this diamond formation is, can we create 4 passing options all the time? Because they're clear defined positions, that should be easier. Whereas, for example, with your 2-2 formation, it's slightly different. There may be a bit of ambiguity about how things happen and how things work. For example, when the ball's forward, we had 2 strikers, we had 2 defenders. Right, this makes it a lot clearer. It makes it easier, maybe for the players to understand where they should be. So when the ball goes to one side, we have our left winger, our right winger and our striker moving, trying to maintain the diamond shape. Right, maintenance of the shape is very important. So when the ball goes forwards, we go forward together. So then we have our forward option, our option across, and our pass back. Keep our diamond shape. When the ball goes for a throw, same thing. Keep your diamond shape. Then we have 1, 2, 3 passing options, which makes it easier for the person on the ball, and it makes it easier for them to retain possession. Right, don't worry too much when we have the ball about what other people are doing. Yeah, you keep your shape, you keep your possession, people have to react to what you're doing. Right, from corners, same thing, keep that diamond shape. Right, where it changes slightly is, for example, in our defensive phase, we might have to react to different formations. So if, for example, we played against this formation, which is quite popular because it's quite easy for people to play, in the sense of you don't really have to tell your players that much, just 2 players play, that's 2 players stand up. Then now we have to be a bit smarter. These midfielders have to get back. So there's a lot of pressure on you in the defensive phase for players to get back. The problem with this is that you commit quite a lot of players to attack. You're asking midfielders to get forward all the time, which then leaves this player liable for a counter-attack. Okay, especially, well, at any level. People can attack quite quickly. If they're not switched on defensively, then you can end up with 2 or even 3 people attacking against 1. So you have to be very smart with what you're doing. And you have to be very disciplined in these players getting back. So make sure you choose hard-working players to play these positions, who will naturally get back even without looking or without being told. You choose a smart player to play in this position to help spray your passes. And also, this player needs to be disciplined as well. They can be a little bit more selfish. You can get away with players playing this position who may be slightly lazier defensively, who are maybe slightly greedier. But also, they do need to be intelligent to hold that space up front. These players have to be hard-working. And generally, if this player is a good passer, it makes it a lot easier. Good passer and intelligent. He will be the key player in this formation for you to play good football. Right, so yeah. Strengths are you get good width, good shape. You teach 4 basic positions, which makes things easier, like who takes throws, person on the right, for example. Makes those kind of things easy to explain to people. Stops ambiguity. More difficult are they are quite constrained positions. If you get into those positions, they're quite constrained. There's not the same amount of freedom. You don't really want this player running there, or the striker running back to get the ball, even if they're your best player to create space or to get themselves in possession. They may be isolated at times and standing up in that position. Same as the defender. People may get bored standing back here. Obviously, we do want them to go forward, but you cannot always guarantee they can get possession of the ball when they're playing in that position. And you don't really want them running around to make things happen, otherwise there's nobody in defence. So the downside is you are quite constrained to these positions, and there's less flexibility in the kind of movements they can make. But the upside is we have 4 basic positions built for each life. It's easy to explain where people should go. You do allow to create a lot of space. You can switch play very easily, which is a very good facet to helping us create more attacks. And yeah, also it's in my eyes the best because it's a relatively organised formation. and it gives them a good idea of them start thinking about position and start thinking about the game a bit more.